Welcome to the Ultimate Intimacy Podcast with my beautiful, amazing, gorgeous, smoking hot wife, Amy, and myself. Um,
My handsome, studly man, Nick.
I'll keep it going.
Okay, it's our anniversary. By the time you hear this, it won't be our anniversary. So,
That's
anyways,
why she's all over me.
that's why
You can
he's
tell.
being all romantic and saying all those
Oh,
things is because it's been 23 years today. High five.
23
We made
years.
it
It's
through some
been,
hard times.
oh, we have. We have, but
Still going strong. So,
we have a lot more good years ahead.
he's in a really good mood. So,
I'm always in a good
you
mood.
are
I'm
okay.
married to Amy. I'm always in a
Okay.
good mood.
Today is on chivalry.
Ooh,
And
I like it.
And it's funny because Nick's just like, wait, what? What is that exactly?
Why,
And I'm
yeah.
like, it's all the things that you do. You're really good at it. He's like, oh, okay, we're good
Well,
then.
I don't know.
But there's a lot of men that don't know what it is and are not very good at it. And so today's episode, whether you're good at it, you're not good at it, like, please don't turn this off and be like, oh, they're just going to tell me all the things I have to do to be better. If you love your wife, here are just some really simple things that are going to make her feel super loved. And we just did the episode on how to make your spouse or your husband feel like he's number one in your life. Like, this will make her feel like she's number one in your life. Like, this is really important. So if you want a great marriage, this isn't about be better, be better, be better. These are just little simple tips like, hey, like this will mean the world to her. And you're like, oh, I never really thought of
Little
that.
simple tips that will go a long way.
Like for real.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
for
that's what I'm
real.
saying. Yeah,
That's,
little,
yeah,
like literally little things that will just show your wife, like, dude, he's a stud, man.
he's a
Like
stud.
he's a freaking stud.
Yeah, and these aren't our tips. These are tips from you guys because we took a survey on Instagram, like we always do, because we want your tips, and you have great tips. So thank you for taking that time
Yeah.
because your tips are awesome. So we're going to jump into your tips today. And I'm going to start with what chivalry is. Okay. I looked it up. Definition. Chivalry originally comes from the medieval code of conduct followed by knights. It includes values like honor, bravery, loyalty, and courtesy, especially towards women. Today, chivalry is more commonly used to describe courteous, respectful, and protective behavior, in particular from men towards women.
So just listen to that. That courteous, respectful, and
Protective.
protective. Like what guy's not gonna say, yeah, I totally agree with that.
Like men want to do that for their
Absolutely.
women. Like if you're a good man and a good leader, you want to do those things, right? In the context of relationships, chivalry includes gestures that show love, respect, and thoughtfulness.
So I'm going to say real quick, a lot of this is going away because I think a lot of women think I don't need him to open the door for me. I can do it myself. Or I don't need him to pay for this, or I don't need him to do this because I can do it myself. It's not about that. Again, it's about
Mhm.
showing respect and saying, you know what? I love you and I respect you, and I'm going to show you through these different efforts.
I want to be your man. I want to be your man. I want to be your
Yeah.
protector. We have to step, as women, we need to step a little bit out of the masculinity that we
And
have gained, especially if you're working and providing and stuff, and like become a little more feminine so that
yeah,
men could do this,
and it
right?
has nothing to do with your man being over you or being in charge of you or that you can't handle something. It has nothing to do with that.
Right.
It's just respect.
It's like, okay, true chivalry isn't about outdated gender roles. It's about serving your spouse selfishly with honor in love. It's one way of showing them that you value and cherish them both emotionally and physically.
Yeah,
That's a great definition. That
that's
is a
really
great
good.
definition. Okay, so we took a poll. I'm going to jump in and just tell you how many husbands or wives think that their husbands don't even know what chivalry is, which is really sad, but we're going to teach them. Um, so this podcast episode is old school romance, how chivalry strengthened marriage, right? Wives, oh, let's see. Does your husband show chivalry in your marriage? I just wanted to know, like, is
Uh,
chivalry
I'm gonna
still a thing?
I'm gonna say 50 to 60% say no.
Say no. That's your guess.
That's my guess. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay,
50% say no.
you're going to be shocked by this. 40% said yes, he's so amazing at it.
Oh, nice.
40% said so amazing at it. 47% said sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's good.
9% said no, doesn't even know what chivalry is.
Okay.
That's so sad,
I
heartbreaking.
guess we're speaking
I
of the
hope every
9%.
one of those 9%. Well, sometimes too, I feel,
Yeah,
hopefully they're
yeah.
listening. And number four is kind of in that same 9%. He needs to listen to this episode. I just threw that in there. But so it's actually like 13%.
13%. All right.
I had to think for a minute. I
We
can't
got
do
a
math that
large
fast.
audience this podcast.
Okay, so we're just kind of jump through some of the tips that our audience survey answers gave. And then if we can think of any, we'll add to those. But I kind of wanted
Perfect.
these to come from you because I'm like, I'm just going to ask the women what chivalry is because they know. They know what they want.
Yeah.
They know what they want. Okay, so husbands, listen up. Here's some tips to open the car door for me.
I think that's important. I try to do that all the time. I'm not always perfect, but if
No,
I
you're really good at it. 23 years today, you're still open, at least on like
I
on date nights or when we come out of a store, he opens the door.
yeah, I usually push Amy out of the way, so I'm showing unchivalry that way, but then I open the door. So I usually hold her back, push her out of the way, run and open the
It's
door,
not
say,
really a
"Okay,
push, but
okay, now
yes.
you can get in." No,
It's cute.
people know I'm joking,
It's
right?
cute.
I'm like, "Hey, hold on, hold on."
But literally and figuratively, like pull her chair, open the door, let her go first. Like those kind of things just show respect to women. And hopefully it's not just your wife that you do it for. Hopefully it's a lot of women,
This may
right?
sound stupid, but a lot of women complain that their husband always walks ahead of them. But I think that's a natural instinct for a husband to walk ahead to make sure, like, hey, if I'm ahead, I'm
Protecting.
protecting if anything happens.
I think
I
when
think
they
it's
complain about that, it's more of like he's literally not staying with me, though, when it's a complaint. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because like you should be walking side by side most of the time. Um, Okay, next one was step aside, make room, and let me go first. So
So I just
this lady
totally
is saying
blew what I
opposite.
said. It totally just blew what I said out of the water.
I think that's like when it comes to like going in somewhere, you like open the door,
Yeah,
let her go in first. Like it's just a
for
respect thing.
sure.
I think some of things are like basic knowledge, right? But like sometimes we can kind of forget like how meaningful some of these things are. You know, like
Yeah.
we're trying to teach, we have teenage kids, we have a almost 21-year-old son, we have an almost 18-year-old daughter, and then younger ones. But like we're at the point now where it's like make sure he does this for you. Make sure that your boyfriend opens your doors. Make sure he comes to the door. Like don't let him text you.
Oh
Like
yeah.
my daughter's too confident. She would never put up
If
with
he
that.
texts her to come
She's
outside, I'm
like,
gonna be like, dude,
I'm walking out.
he's gone.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Um, and we're teaching our son these kind of things. Like, this is what respect to women looks like. You always open her door. You always
Mhm.
do this. You always do this. So, not just for husbands, but like teaching our kids too. Like, let's carry this on, right?
Yeah, I think to sum it up, it's like putting your spouse's needs above your own. It'd be like if Amy was cold and I had a jacket on, I would go put it around her and,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah, that's a great
put
idea.
her needs above my own needs, right?
Or carrying heavy stuff. A lot of
Yeah.
women are like, I can do that myself, but like, there's a lot of times they're opening the jars, right? There's a lot of times where I'm like, I could probably do that myself. I don't look super
Well, it's just
strong, but
like,
I can.
and I'm not at all bragging because there's areas I drop, but it's just like we go out to eat at a restaurant and instead of letting her carry her leftovers out,
Oh, you
it's not
always do
heavy at
that.
all, but I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna carry that, right? Like just,
That's really sweet. Yes, you
I mean,
always do that.
it's just the simple things, right? Like, and that sounds stupid, but just I'm all in my mind, I'm trying to say, okay, what can I do just to make everything like real easy and comfortable for her?
That's sweet. Next one is
So when we're on our anniversary dinner tonight, I'll make a note to carry your leftovers
you don't
out.
need to know that. You mentally just do it. Take interest in her. This one is emotional, but like chivalry really is like what the definition said. It's emotional. It's being there for her. It's literally trying, not having to be perfect at it, but trying to be her best friend. Like that's
Hmm.
chivalry. Like that's just listening and caring when you listen. I'm going to add this one too. And these can go both ways. This one absolutely goes both ways. When your spouse is talking, like trying to have like a real conversation with you, put your phone down. That's chivalry. I think that goes in
Yeah.
both directions on this one. But chivalry is like it's respect. And yeah, there's certain times where you're already on it and they walk in and say something. That's fine. But like when you're trying to have a good conversation or you're out to dinner, like don't get on your phone. Like those kind of things show respect. And
Yeah.
chivalry really is respect, right?
Love it.
Um, Take her on dates often. That's just being a great husband and pursuing her. She looks at that as chivalry. Jumping up to help when he sees me walk in the door with groceries from the car. Nick's really good at this one too if he sees it. Just helping her carrying stuff, helping her carry the weight of stuff, just emotionally, physically. I think that's just big, right?
Yep.
Offering help with cleaning after cooking. I love it. Well, we have Sunday dinners with our family, and when a man jumps up to help clean instead of just sits there, I mean, maybe the situation is like stuck in the 1950s where the women have done all the cooking and all the slaving, and we're all sitting around the dinner
You
table.
see that with the older generation.
You totally see it just bothers me so bad. But like the women jump up to clean, and I'm like, you guys just did all the cooking. Like the men really could do better at jumping up to do the cleaning when she's done all the cooking. And Nick's really good at that too, but I think it took some time.
Let's go over some of the things I'm bad at.
No, let's not. The thing is that these are the kind of things that a lot of men are not taught. So it's not like do better, do better. It's like, hey, just reminding you, like, this is awesome when you can do these things. And so
Okay.
it's just a reminder. Like a lot of men don't know, right?
So Amy and I are not sitting here saying we do all these things perfect and our marriage is
No.
perfect and things like that. The point I want to try to make is in our 23 years of marriage, we've talked about a lot of these things, right? Like, and had communication. And so when you talk about these things and understand, what your wife needs, what your husband needs, then you're able to do it more, right? Like it's hard to know what to do automatically if you haven't talked about it. So,
right.
And I would say, I think some of these areas I was good at before, but I think some of these areas I was horrible at before. And it's not a control thing or you telling me what to do or vice versa. It's just understanding each other's needs and how we can serve each other better.
Which absolutely takes conversations.
Because in our marriage, and I know this, that you do things to make me happy and I do things to make you happy. Like it's not a contest. It should be that way. Like you should want to do things to make your spouse
And
happy.
It took us years to figure this out. That's what he's trying to say. Yep. It took us years. Let's see. Pulling out chairs, opening car doors, initiating date nights. Already said those ones. Pay attention when you're talking. Put your phone down. Oh, I already mentioned that one.
Let's talk about date nights because I think this is maybe a little hard one. So, initiating date nights, like a lot of women want the husband to be like, just say, hey, here's what we're doing tonight, and here's where we're going. Get ready. Right.
Some women don't.
Some women don't. So that's kind of an area where, again, having that communication and talking about it. But a husband should at least say, hey, we're going to go on date night tonight. What would you like to do? Where can I take you to your favorite restaurant? But initiating and saying, here's what we're doing. And then getting that input.
Communication. I think the next one that shows chivalry is to speak respectfully, especially during conflict. I think it shows chivalry when a husband is upset, yet he is still kind. A lot of men are known for having some anger issues or just losing it and can't manage their anger emotions. Some women too. But chivalry and respect really comes down to making your spouse feel loved and respected no matter what situation is, right?
Yeah.
So talking to your wife with the utmost kindness and calmness, even when you're upset, shows a lot of chivalry.
Shows a lot of respect.
Yep. It's kind of the same thing I'm getting, right? They want to be chosen and cherished daily, which kind of comes back to our romance podcast, like how to romance your husband, how to romance your wife. But romance kind of comes hand in hand with chivalry. It's just showing her that she's loved. It's the little things you do. It's being intentional, right? And the last one, looking at the list, pay more attention and anticipate the needs of others. This doesn't just go with your wife. It really comes down to just treating women with respect in general.
Yeah.
Just as a man, right?
Hopefully that's common sense, but sometimes common sense for us, just I'm just being honest.
Can you think of anything we're missing? I'm trying to think.
No, I think those were a lot of great comments.
Things things. Like you shouldn't be like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do all that. But that's too long.
I think
So
it
many
just
men tell us like the list is too long, the emotional needs is too long. This just shows that you're a protector and that those little gestures that you do for your wife shows her that she's your number one and that she's loved.
And I think everything gets summed up if you truly just like care and want to be a better husband or a better wife, right? Like instead
Right.
of looking at it saying I have a list of all these things I have to do, like if you truly care and love your spouse, a lot of these things should come naturally,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
so.
Right. If we missed any ladies, you email
Oh,
us,
you let
let
us
us know.
know.
You let us know, please. No, but seriously, we'll do a part two.
Part two.
Part
That's right.
two.
Yeah. Yeah. Email us at amy@ultimateintimacy.com.
And husbands, I feel like you should be romanced in your own ways. We have already done an episode on that. So yeah, if you feel like you need some stuff too, go listen to that episode. It goes, these things go both ways. This one's more like the respect like men have for women and how to show it in just little ways. So
So
like both spouses need to be romanced and prioritized always.
yeah, so if we were to go over this for the husband, so instead of opening the car door, the wife could open the bedroom door. Um, just kind of like flipping the scripts on these.
Mm.
I won't go into that.
You're gonna keep going into
Amy's
it?
saying no. I'm just joking.
I didn't say no. Nick's gotta throw something in there.
Ah, that's right. Well, we appreciate you listening to the podcast. We have great products. Go check it out at shop.ultimateintimacy.com to really help your intimacy both in and out of the bedroom.
I've got a good one that goes with this episode.
Perfect.
The romance and sexy coupon book.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a lot of
That's a
coupons
great
in
one.
here that she's gonna love, and there's a lot of coupons in there that he's gonna love. Hopefully, you both love them both, but like it goes both ways. Like it's a coupon book. It would be a really fun marriage challenge for you to take because you like give it as a gift to your spouse. But then you're like, okay, you pick out the ones you want. I'll pick out the ones I
Okay.
want, and then every other day we hand one to each other.
All right, let's get real. So Amy designed those. We've had them for like maybe 4 years. Every Christmas, that's what I ask for. She's like, "What do you want for Christmas? You want a new shirt?" I'm like, "No, just give me the coupon book."
Like,
And this is like and I'm being 100% truthful. I ask for the coupon book every year. Do I not?
no, he
And
does.
she's like, "You really want a coupon book? Like we design that, we sell that, and that's what you want?" I was like, "Yeah."
You did that last year and the year before and the year
So
before.
that's how much.
How many coupons have you given me this year?
I haven't had to give you that many.
Actually, I gave you different
Yeah, yeah,
coupons this
yeah.
year. We have a couple different ones, but no, I think it'd be a really fun challenge. Like if you divide them up and say, these are the ones I want, these are the ones I want, and then like every other day you hand each other a coupon. Like that could be a great little marriage challenge for you if you're
Yeah,
wanting to step up this romance, you
well, the
know?
reason why I haven't given you many coupons, I usually say, "Hey, can I use a coupon tonight?" You're like, "Yeah, absolutely, sure. What do you want?" And then
And
it's
then
instead of having to physically hand her the coupon, I'm like, "Oh, I still have that in the bank." Like,
he
so
doesn't hand it to me and then he keeps
she
them.
hasn't taken them and ripping them, so I'm not going to force that. I just the coupon book stays nice and big with
Mm.
all the
Anyways,
too much info. All right.
if you want to support our podcast, go to the shop.ultimateintimacy.com. We really appreciate every single order. And yeah,
Yeah, we
tell me.
appreciate your support. We love doing what we do. Hopefully, we can keep doing it for a long time till we get old and wrinkly and
No one listens anymore.
that's right. Appreciate you listening and hope all of you find ultimate intimacy in your relationship.